I have a question.
Three more.
Why do you think that people change the narrative to begin with? Why do you think that people have such a hard time believing women when they say "Me Too"?
I mean, that's a longer question. I think that we live in we have been socialized through patriarchy and rape culture to believe that women are lesser than, to believe all kinds of narratives about women, whether it's the Jezebel narrative or, Madonna whore, all of these different kind of things that we've been socialized around over the years. I think in this moment, though, it's the same way that I found it very interesting that people read those Weinstein stories in the New York Times and the New Yorker, and that the narrative that came out was sexual harassment in the workplace. And I'm like, so you just skip over the part where he was kicking in doors and raping women, and like this is not just like sending naughty emails or things like that. So I think that's because it's very easy for people to feel like, oh, we can just change a policy or fire a person or and it's all clean. Because this is a hard topic for people to talk about. It's deeply personal. And I feel bad for men in some ways too, because there's a way in which they are automatically made to be accomplices or complicit. And it's whether they've ever touched a woman or not, it becomes, one big group of people. And so instead of being, I'm talking about the men in the room, instead of being just vulnerable and open and saying, wow, I never understood this, or I don't get it, whatever, it turns defensive, right? I'm a good guy, I'm not that person. And it's like, well, this is not really about you as a person, this is about a system and systematic issues. And so I think that we will do, you didn't ask this either, but I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think we'll do better when we start having family or community conversations that involve men and women and folks across the gender spectrum being in spaces where they can be vulnerable, where we can talk about when men can listen without feeling attacked. And I'm not saying that the women are attacking, I'm saying that whatever their perceived attack is, like you can just listen from an empathetic place and hear about this, and women can listen as well, right? This is not a woman's movement. I say that often. This is a movement about survivors, and there are men who have dealt with sexual violence just as well as there are women, and where women and men can listen to people from other genders, where straight people can listen to queer people, and able-bodied people can listen to there's a bunch of privilege that we all own, and we have to put that aside in order to hear each other, because the common thread is sexual violence, but we experience it in very different ways. And the responses to it are very different. And so I feel like we move the needle when we learn to put those things in. I'm not just trying to kumbaya, like everybody hold hands.
Yeah.
But like really, this is one of those issues. I think there are tons of issues we have to deal with, but this is one of those issues that really crosses every demographic equally. Yeah. But the way we respond to it is not equal. And so if we learn to respond to it differently, I think we'll have a different outcome.